I'm Kyle. I'm super excited to bring this opportunity to you guys because I do think it should be part of everybody's portfolio. You know, whether you're doing real estate, stocks, crypto, it doesn't matter what kind of investing you do or side things that you're doing. This should be in everybody's portfolio because it is super lucrative. It is safe, it is reliable, and it's recession proof, which, since 2020, I think a lot of people have, kept in the back of their minds. So, I guess a little bit about my background is back in 2018, 2019, I was involved heavily into e commerce, exited that company, heading into 2020. I always saw, starting in 2020, I saw that gaming and streaming and cryptocurrency were the future of the world. So, at that time, I had a streaming company, and it was backed by a crypto company that I started in 2020. And so I was going to integrate the two of them because I do think those are the future. And in that time, in creating that cryptocurrency, I did be able to grow it to an $86 million market cap, which is insane. And I met a lot of powerful people in the crypto space during that time. I've been added into a bunch of group chats with whales and guys who have been in the industry for almost a decade now. Cryptocurrency hasn't been around for that long, but a decade is a super long time. You're considered an OG at that point. So I have been introduced to a lot of these people in these private, intimate group chats with these people on Telegram and Discord and stuff like that. So I do have the insight from a lot of these people who have made a ton of money in this space and who know very valuable strategies. And this that I'm talking about today is going to be one of them. And it's concentrated liquidity pools. It is a complex topic. If you look into it a little bit, there's a lot of different things and moving parts that go into it, which is where I want to come in and help you guys because I've been doing this myself for a couple of years now, and I've been doing it for my family as well for a long time as well. And I'm excited because I get to bring this to people like yourselves who might not even know this exists, and I can help get you involved with a very lucrative and safe investment opportunity while you can do your normal everyday kind of things. So this is kind of like a side hustle for you. I get to work on the side for you and give you those returns that we're promising you. So um, I guess that's a little bit about my background, and that kind of leads me into some of those things I just mentioned. Lead me into these next points. So I have thing is super important. I have been doing this myself for 2 years now. I don't need other people's money involved in this. I'm not trying to market something where I'm directly getting paid a commission or a bonus or taking something off the top or making X amount more dollars a month or anything like that. I don't make anything directly from any more money involved in the pool. And the way I benefit, I think is the number one question is what people are going to ask is how I benefit. When there's more money in the pool is more stable. We get to create a wider range. So these concentrated liquidity pools, we have to set a range. The wider they are, the longer we stay in range, the longer we make passive income. So the more money that's in the pool, I can spread that out so that as prices fluctuate, they stay within the range for a longer period of time, which means we make fees for a longer period of time. And it makes the pool more stable and less volatile. Like during this time right now, at the time of this recording, Trump is talking about tariffs. There's a bunch of stuff going on macroeconomically that's impacting stock markets, crypto markets, the economies of the world. We're seeing a bunch of stuff. China's market is going down. Their economy is decreasing today. So with all that happening, yes, the prices of everything are going down, but because of this method and this model, we have mitigated our losses to almost zero because we are making passive income on all the transactional volume. So even though pricing of the actual assets are going down, we are making money off of transaction fees. So and passive income just for allowing exchanges to use our assets, and so it mitigates the losses. And when it does appreciate, then we make more money too. So we're not banking on like what traditional holders are banking on, where they want their assets to appreciate in price. They buy Bitcoin for 80,000, they want it to go to 100,000 so they can make a nice return. We don't really care about that. We just care about transactional volume. So it doesn't matter if price goes up, down, sideways. As long as there's a lot of volume, we're making good money, and I can make those returns quicker. So that's the first thing. Is I've been doing this myself. I don't need other people's money for this. It's good for me indirectly because I get to stay in the range for a longer period of time. I get to pay people back quicker and easier and stuff like that. But I don't get anything off the top. I don't make anything extra from it. So that's the first important thing. The second important thing is, like I said before, I have been doing this for my family for a very long time. My mom, my brother, my wife's mom and dad, and some of my good friends. And so I created a video. So I started doing this with my family first, then my wife's parents, and then I created a video for my friends. my close friends. And so I'm going to show that video a little bit later, going through, like, it's a screen share too, so you can see everything on the inside of it, which is awesome. So I can show you like firsthand what it looks like, and it gives you more details. But I did create that for my friends, and I'm just going to post it here. This is kind of like an intro for you guys, but I am comfortable enough in this opportunity to involve, not just my family. Like, my family is one thing. My mom is, I love my mom to death. She's probably one of my favorite people in the world. My brother, I'm very close with, but I was confident enough in this to bring my wife's parents into this opportunity. I think that says a lot. For those who don't know me, you know how much my family means to me, how much my wife and her family mean to me. And so I would never put those people at any kind of crazy risk. There is risk in everything in the world, but I think this is as minimal as it gets because of the nature of it, and I'm that comfortable in it where I do have these people involved. I have a significant amount of money from them involved in this opportunity. And so that's number two. The third thing is the money back guarantee in the contract. I do have a money back guarantee in the contract, and this is how it works. So if you invest $25,000, we guarantee for everybody a 20% return. So the final return for you would be 30,000. So that's 25. 20% of that is 5,000. Add them together, $30,000. If we don't make you 30,000, or if we don't make you that 5,000, so a total of $30,000 by the end of 12 months, which it should be before that, then I will pay you a lump sum money, or a lump sum payment of whatever the difference is between what we've made you up to that point and that $30,000. So, you invest $25,000, your total return is going to be $30,000. If you've only made $18,000 after 11 months, that's 12 months. I wire you, or if you prefer crypto, I'll send you crypto as well. That $12,000 remaining. We guarantee that in our contract, so it keeps everybody safe. And I'm confident in, I don't want to say promising, but putting that in the contract and keeping that one of our stipulations because of the transactions and the amount of volume that I've seen over the past couple of years, every single year, what the volume is over the course of a full year. And especially now, it's very versatile now. We're making a bunch of money now because things are going down, up, all over the place because of this tariff talk and this whole macroeconomic stuff. So over the course of a year, I'm very confident that we are able to return that. And if we aren't, if for some reason something crazy happens, transactional volume is super, super low for the whole year, then I will just pay out of my own assets. Like, I do have a very significant amount of money in this program. I don't want to say program, in this opportunity, in these pools where I could just take it from my own thing, and it's not going to hurt anything. So that is something I am comfortable in offering, and that is in our contract. So that's one thing. So if you want to see a contract, we'll send one over for you. You could read through it. It's very short and pretty straightforward. Another thing too is that it's pretty much recession proof. Like, even if prices go down and everything crashes, we can still make money passively because we set our range and we just bank on that transactional volume. So it's passive in that manner. So the last thing that I wanted to mention was it is liquid. So I do have full access to this. I'm not giving it up to anybody else. I'm not giving it up to any exchange. So I think that's super important too, is God forbid, if you invest $25,000 and something happens to your house, you need a new roof or something, and there's an emergency, and I have this in my contract as well. If there's an emergency, I'm willing to give you back money, like instantly too. So I have full access to it. So I can say, if you come to me and say, "Hey, Kyle, I need a new roof. This happened," whatever. So many things in life happen. I understand that. If you do need money back, you need $20,000 back. I'll say, here it is within minutes. That's another beauty of crypto, is I can send crypto within minutes of any request. So if there is an emergency, say you need money back, it's done, and we can discuss on like what that looks like with the contract and stuff like that, and your final return. But I am able and willing to send money back if there is some kind of emergency. It's not ideal. It's not an ideal situation because it does mess a little bit with the investors, the other investors, as well in the pool, but that's not a huge deal, so it's not like a big thing, but it is possible to give you your money back at that time. So I think that's super important as well. So with that said, I think those are the things that I wanted to get out of the way before showing you guys this video that I made for my friends. The account that I'm showing in that is from my in-laws, and so you're going to be able to see everything firsthand. You can see the program that I'm using and everything, so you can look it up. Pretty cool stuff. And Yeah, if you guys have any questions, obviously you can reach out to me or Travis, and yeah, we can get you guys going and answer your questions. So appreciate your guys' time, and here's a little look into the actual platform. Thanks. All right, so this is Crystal. This is like a third party. What this does is it's kind of like an aggregator of information of all these different dexes and exchanges and stuff like that. So like over here, this is where I actually put my money. So it's 24,357 is the principal amount that I put into this liquidity pool, this Jasmine ETH pool. Uniswap, this is what Uniswap is. It's like a DEX. It's like the biggest one for Ethereum. So if you're going to buy Ethereum, sell Ethereum, whatever, or Ethereum based tokens, like all these are on the Ethereum chain, then the vast majority of people are using Uniswap. So Crystal is a third party that uses that information on Uniswap and other dexes. So like we can go to pools and like Polygon here. You see Uniswap over here for some of the protocols. QuickSwap, they have different dexes. If you go to Ethereum that we were just looking at, pretty much everything is going to be Uniswap because Uniswap is huge. So Crystal just pulls in all the information and it shows you that. So this is kind of like it's a third party that has different tools that we can use. So Uniswap for everything. So Ethereum is massive on that. So in our profile, I'll show you this. So this 25,000. That's the total amount. My liquidity, which should match up to my pool that I just showed you over here, 24,357. That's where this is down here. It's close enough. It just hasn't updated yet. Updates like every minute or something, every 30 seconds. And then this is my earnings. So like I said before, like we are earning every single transaction that happens with the pairing that we put our money into. So for this pool, I like every few days I withdraw. Like you can claim your fees. I'll go through that in a second, and it goes to your wallet, and then I send that off to Quincy like every Monday, every Thursday, and then she pays down her credit card directly with an app. It's awesome. It's so convenient. You don't have to go through a bank or anything like that. And I can go through that a little bit later too. It's a different video or something. But so the past few days, I made $743.52 just for allowing Uniswap to use that money to transact. And I think it's super, super, super important to know. I should have started with this as well, but all this is 100% in your possession. Nobody else is touching it. I'm not touching it. Uniswap is sending it directly to you. And so I think it's super important. So like this principal amount, this 24,357, I could remove this liquidity right here. Screen it and we'll go directly into my wallet. So this is my wallet. 20, it's a little bit higher because I have other assets down here in my actual wallet. This is the Uniswap thing. So this is what we see right now on the screen. And yeah, so if I wanted to remove liquidity, this 24,413 will go straight to my wallet. So right here, that will be added to this. And so what I was mentioning before, I collect my rewards, I collect my fees every Monday, Thursday. I collect fees here. This gets sent directly to my wallet. So it's 744 and it doesn't impact anything. My principal amount is still the same. Everything is still exactly the same. There's 744 just gets sent to my wallet and I can do whatever I please with it. I can send it to my wife. I can hold it. If I think crypto is going to be going higher, which I think it will be, it's just easier for us right now to send it to her and she pays down our credit cards, which I think is super convenient. So let's look in this position. This position is the pairing is Jasmine and Ethereum. So, and it's on Uniswap. So it's on here, like I said before. So all this is basically replicating. So like I said, this 743, you're probably wondering where it's coming from. It's like, how can it be verified? Because I have money here, this is where, so Dex Screener is just like following all the transactional volume for that pairing on this Dex. So here's the pairing up here. Jasmine WETH is the exact same thing as ETH and it's on Uniswap v3. So that's exactly what we're in. So every single transaction down here, you can see it live. It updates as transactions come through. So 7 minutes ago was the most recent transaction. Somebody bought $7,393 worth of Ethereum. They sold that for Jasmine, it looks like. So every transaction that deals with these two currencies, that pairing gets put here, and we make a percentage of every single transaction, and that's what makes up the 743. So as people are buying and selling, the price of the assets go up, decreases, whatever. That's what impacts the principal amount. So that can go up and down as well with the market. And yeah, so what Crystal does is
It's not really needed. You could do pretty much everything you want through Uniswap or directly through whatever DEX that has the pairing that you want. But they just have so many automated tools to make it so easy. Like you can set stop losses and automatic transactions, like triggers that do certain things. When they hit those, there's all different kinds of functions you could do. You could increase your liquidity, remove liquidity. You can rebalance. Like this is stuff for a different video. I just want to kind of go over the general concept. And um, and like I said, like there's just so much that goes into this. It's hard to go through in one video. So I'm just kind of going to go through the overall premise. You guys can ask me any questions or whatever, but this is something I think that should be in everybody's portfolio, especially if you're already holding crypto. So I think that's pretty much it for now. I went over pretty much the basics of it. I watch this all the time just because the more that comes through, buys or sells, doesn't matter, the more you make. So it's fun to watch, um, especially now with Trump and everything. Crypto's going up. There was like $250 billion that entered the crypto market within 24 hours of Trump being elected. So transactional volume doesn't, like I said, doesn't matter, buy, sells, whatever. That's all we want is the volume and get that cash flow. Like I honestly don't even care about this $25,000, and that should be it. So let me know what you guys think. I think it's something everybody should have. So thank you guys.